I guess it's time to reject woke and play mostly Japanese-made games.
Guess you, me, picked the wrongest spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. And I'm beat up enough as it is.
It seems that we enter 2024 with similar problems. In the video game industry, nothing has changed. After the launch of The Last of Us Part 2 and Suicide Squad, or perhaps even Marvel Spider-Man 2, video game industry is now going down. However, that is only the West. But what about the Japanese? So far, Sega has already bent to the will of the woke. I think they know. Some companies are still debating, some are rejecting it. Like for example, a South Korean company who is making Stellar Blade are rejecting woke. Now for Capcom, I'm not certain. I'm pretty much certain they're playing both sides, which begs the question, will it go woke? So far it's nothing. I mean, it could change. Capcom is not going to have it. I mean, yes, they could bend, but I think they're trying to play both sides. But I hope Capcom does not even accept woke. At least the bare minimum, you just ignore them. And you look at Stellar Blade right now, oh my, they're trolling them.
Over here, stranger.
Who's that?
Let's do some business then, eh? I knew I could count on you. I've got something new for you, mate. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. I'll buy almost anything. Thank you.
Some games are not yet woke. I'll give you for example, we'll start with the old games, the past video games, and then the new. Like the past video games, such as for example, Resident Evil 4 OG, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Revelation, Onimusha. There's also Dynasty Warriors, and what else? Yes, Samurai Warriors. I think they don't get woke, I just have to recheck that again. I believe they didn't go woke yet. Not yet, but I know Dynasty Warrior, the latest one, the 9th, didn't go woke. So I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. And also which games you don't want. You don't want the woke ideology to infest. Let me know in the comments. I think right now Capcom is making more Resident Evil games, which included 9. I don't know if they're gonna make a remake, because if you don't know, Resident Evil 5, the original, has some pretty nasty controversy. I don't know how to say that word, sorry. Like, for example, the location, Africa.
One of the most controversial was Resident Evil 5, which was based in a fictionalized part of Africa and had you fight against zombies with dark skin. Yet the way SJWs reacted to this, it seems to imply that we can't have video games set in the continent of Africa because doing so is inherently racist.
The most recent game I've played recently was probably Resident Evil 5. The bad guys in this game, which are all just Africans with spears, literal spears that they're chucking at you.
It's in Africa. It's been in Antarctica. It's been, I think, in Spain. It's been in the Midwest. It wasn't racist then. Why should it be racist now? It's in Africa. Have fun with the game. Play the game.
I know it's imperatively racist, but look, the problem is, if you don't know, Africa is multiple tribes. Yes, you may look on the map, it says one continent, but within those continents, there's nations, and within all those nations in Africa, there's tribes. Different tribes all have different agendas, they all have different goals, they have their own, sometimes their own military, which I don't know if that's true, but I could be wrong on that one. I think this is the problem with these woke idiots who, I don't think they've done enough research when it comes to Africa. I could be wrong with it, because remember, Africa was once a British colony, which yes, you may think that, which is not how it represents. The real thing is that Resident Evil 5, perhaps Africa, is multiple. It's a diverse pool. Like I said before, within those nations in Africa, there's many tribes. And you should know, when it comes to tribes, they all have their own system of governments, their own economy, their own school, their own, perhaps even their own army. Sometimes when a nation is united, you don't exactly unite all of them together. Like, for example, some countries have what's called states, similar to Africa, which mostly tribe, not states. Yes, there is tribe, but within those states, there are tribes. And sometimes each states have their own agendas, have their own government or governor, their own law. And this is why most of these woke idiots don't understand how it works.
What? Well, let me roll up onto the sidewalk and take a look, yeah? Whoa! She's beautiful. I'm talking about a Yankee Rose. Ooh, and she looks wild. 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 Are you ready for the new sensation? Well, here's a shot of her around the world. All you bathroom boys salute when the black comes first. Guess who's back in circulation? Well, I don't know what you may have heard, but what I need right now is the original good time girl. Oh, she's the vision from coast to coast. See the shining sea, see the shining sea. Hey, sister, you're the perfect love.
The new game so far I know is Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think they don't have any woke agenda. I could be wrong. Tekken is already rejected. There's one scene where Lily and Azucena, I believe she was a French character in Tekken. I don't know if that's the scene that is supposed to depict a woke agenda or anything, but I think according to most content creators, it says it's to mock the woke people. There's also Stellar Blade, which you don't know. That also reject woke because first, they fired 2 employees who tried to inject feminism in that game, which I think when the director or perhaps the head of the development team saw it, they dismiss it. Because I think this South Korean head of developer or CEO has already witnessed woke, and that's why maybe he have learned it before making Stellar Blade. I have to assume that way. There are some games that are still not woke yet, like Devil May Cry. I'm not certain Devil May Cry 5 has been woke. Really have to recheck again. Also replay that again. But I do know from what I've heard from comments in many videos I have watched, it says that play Japanese games. I had to assume some of them aren't woke yet. I hope so. And what's your opinion? Which games do you think is not woke or hasn't been touched by these woke idiots? Let me know in the comments.
Watch the sparks will fly, firecracking on the 4th of July. No sad songs tonight, dolphins in the air. Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? A real state of independence, so pretty when the rockets flare. Still proving every night that a flag's still there. Oh yeah. She's a vision from coast to coast to coast. See the shining sea, see the shining sea. Hey, sister, yeah, let it turn. So real, and you,
Leave a like and subscribe and comment down below. Relevant content will be in the description down below, also up here. And another thing, woke is the one thing that divides people. It's not gonna make anything diversity or anything. It will divide people.